Hello everyone, welcome back to Java Learning Hub for ICSE. Today we are going to learn about the string buffer functions. So let's see what the string buffer functions are. String buffer functions belongs to a class called string buffer and it is present in a package called as java.lang package. So why we use this is to create a modifiable strings. What is a string? So whenever we are talking about a string, it is nothing but it is anything which we encode in double quotations, we will call it as a string. So when we are going to have a string which is modifiable, we will call them as mutable. So even though we have many string objects, the content of the string buffer objects can be changed without creating new objects. That is the speciality of the string buffer functions. That's why we use them rather than using string functions. So we can say that it is a modified version of a string functions. So now let us see about some of the functions which we are going to see. I hope you may be understanding this. So now first let us see a method called as append. So by the name append it means we are going to add data at the end of a already existing string. Say for an example, what we are doing here, we are creating an object called as SB with a new operator which is already having a string called as hello. Now we want to add or attach or join. These are the different terms what we use whenever we are going to append a other string. Say I want to append a world to my existing string called as hello. So I will be using the string buffer object SB dot, it's a dot operator, and a method by name called as append. So with the help of this append method, I will enclose the word or a string which I need to join. So as I said, we are going to join the word. So we will write it in double quotations. So when we see the output, we will get the output as hello world. I think you can see this, it is an hello world. The same way, we have the other method or the second method called as setCharAt. setCharAt is a method which replaces the characters at index positions. So what if, say for an example, you have a Java or you want to set any particular character at any position, index position, we use setCharAt method. Or in other words, some says it as char. So it is setCharAt method. So it replaces the character at that specific index position. Example, SB dot SB is an object which we have seen just now in append. So the same SB or string buffer object we are using throughout all the methods which we are going to work with, where we are going to replace at index position. Say for an example, earlier my string was Java. Now I am replacing index position, that is J value, with O. O represents the J. Now I will replace J with K. Because it is a character, we are going to encode it in single quotation followed by the semicolon at the end. So my Java becomes Kava because J has been replaced with K here. Right? Now let us see about the next method called as insert. So this method, by the name itself, we can come to know that insert means we are going to enter some values. So we are going to enter the values in the existing string at specified index positions. So whenever we are going to enter that, we are going to use the same string buffer object SB which we have created earlier here. This SB only I am taking here for all the methods. So we are taking that as SB.insert. So at index position, say for an example, normally what happens is, see here, when we are going to have any values, see here, say I am using a Java. So I will be giving any in first value as the 0, next one is 1, next is 2, the last one is 3. So whenever we are going to give the index representation, it will start with 0 and it will end with n minus 1 and is the last value what you are going to take. Now let us see what we are going to do with this insert method. So in the insert method, I want to insert double x, or say if I need to enter AA here, that is possible. Anything can be entered. So I am taking this as double A. So what is my position here? This is 0, this is 1 and it is at 2. That is at B position before V, because we will move ahead and our inserted A values will be inserted after A and before B. So this is the way how we will insert the values and string buffer insert method is used. Now let us see about the delete. So as we can insert the values in a program, the same way we can remove the values or remove the characters or strings from the existing string. We are going to give from where what to what range we are going to delete the values. For this, we use a method called as delete here. SB as usual, our string buffer object, followed by a method called as delete. And one thing you need to remember is, whenever we are going to use the right methods, its first letter has to be in small letter, and whenever we are writing the class name, it has to be kept. So we are using here SB is our string object, followed by our method called as delete. So what we are going to delete is between 5, 10, index position 5 to 10. So we are going to delete the values. Now let us see about the next method called as setLength. Now before we go for the details, just see here my string, here the method. As we have two words in the method. First letter has to be small letter or small alphabet. Second word, first letter has to be in capital. And writing these brackets are compulsory whenever we write any method. So it is mandatory for all. If you are using a single word, use the first letter as small. In short, every alphabet of the word must be in small letters. Now let us see about this. So sets new length of the string. Say for an example, earlier my string length is sum4, but I want to increase it, or I want to set the string length. So I will use my string object dot setLength method, and I'll give the size of the string. This is size of the string. So the output becomes hello. Right? The rest will be removed. Now let us see about the other method, reverse. So reversing is what? Inverting. We have, do you know about the palindromes? First letter will go to the last, last will come to the first. The same way, when we are reversing the string, we use this reverse method of StringBuffer function. Now see how we use this method. We use it string object dot reverse method. This is the way how we use it. So normally my string is Java. Now it becomes AVAR, AVAG. So this is the way how we reverse the string. Now let us see about the, I hope all the methods are clear and we'll be in a position to write. Before we end, just see a simple code or a demonstration for using StringBuffer methods. Let us see this. Here what we are doing, we are importing a util package because I want to write my code by using scanner. So how we will use, we use a import space java dot util dot scanner. Scanner is the class which we are going to use. So instead of scanner, because we are very much specific that we are going to use scanner here. If in case you don't want to use, we don't want to be specific, then normally we use an asterisk or star symbol here. So let us see this, and it here, whenever we are writing the class name, it is an access specifier called public because my class is public, accessible by all. Then class is a keyword followed by the name. The name is StringBuffer demo, but you can use any name. You can use only demo, you can use only buffer. That's up to you. Then normal braces followed by the main method, public static void main string args, and when we are writing arguments, we can write it in two ways. You can either write it, you can write it like this, the given way, or you can write it this way also. So both ways it is correct. Because I have already written one, now I have to give that as comment. So I wrote it as comment. Then followed by, what I am going to do is, I am going to create a scanner class, scanner object, because we are going to use scanner object for my class. So my scanner object is SC here, and I am going to insert it using the system.in. Why we use system.in is, we are going to enter the values through keyboard. That's the reason we use a class called as system, and in is an object of it. Now, for using this methods, what we need to do is, we need to have one string. So for that purpose, we are going to use system.out.print statement. As I am entering only one string, that's the reason I am using print. If you have to enter more than one value, you have to use system.out.println, because we want them to come in one by one after the other. So here, the string what I am going to enter will be saved in a method called in an variable called as in. In is my variable name, followed by is equals to SC is my scanner object. As it is a string, I am using a next line method. If it would have been a char, it would have been one word, we can use next method as well. So you can use both. but I suggest use next line. Then we have to create the buffer object. Let us see all the methods one after the other. So here what we are doing, we are using a StringBuffer object SB is equals to new StringBuffer, and we have to forward or give the string what we have entered in that variable. So this is the variable name in which we have entered the string. Now let us see about the append. So for the existing string, we are going to see the append method. So what is the message there? sb.append method. So what we are going to append? 1, 2, 3. So with the SOPLN statements or system.out.print statement, after append of sb, whatever the value is there, we'll add up that. Now let us see the next method, setCharAt method. So we will take the sb.setCharAt at 0 position. We want to add up x. So, and how it works? As usual, the message which you want, that has to be returned using SOPLN statements or system.out.println statements. Then our message colon this sb variable or object or variable has to be given. Then we have the next method, insert. So we are going to insert as sb.insert, which is at the index position 2. With what we are doing here, with the index position 2, we are adding double y here. So whatever the value we have here, after insert colon, we will get yy here at index position 2. Then we have delete. sb.delete means we are going to delete the values 2 to 4. As usual, after delete is the message followed by the delete option. Now set length. We are going to set the length of the string to 5. So here also we will use the SOPLN statements. Now next method is the reverse method. So here we will use the sb.reverse method with the help of SOPLN statement. After reverse, then sb, then we are going to close this scanner object because our work is over. Then we will close the main and close the class. I hope you all have understood this, and if you have any doubts you can send the comments, and please like, share and subscribe my channel Java Learning Hub for ICSE for more details, more detailed videos, and thanks for watching.